Shit, finally.
Great update show. I'm Cryptic or Vin, the community manager for Paladins, and I am joined by
What's up,
three
everybody?
lovely faces from the studio. Would you all introduce yourselves?
I didn't even know we had an
Yeah,
update
sure.
show today, if I'm being real with you guys. I
Your
did not
fan
even know
favorite
until,
over
like,
here, as I
earlier
like to tell
today.
myself when I go to sleep, Evil Mojo Steve. Hope we're all having a good midnight masquerade time. I don't know.
I guess I'll go second. Yeah, I am. Did I unmute correctly? I am.
I'll turn it up for you guys so you guys can listen. I'll try to shut up when they're talking.
I'm here. Welcome.
I don't know. I got a bunch of Paladin shit I'm gonna be doing because, got an announcement actually last night at, like, 2 a.m. or whatever the fuck it was, that the game is gonna be getting discontinued on the Switch, so I'll be making an entire video talking about that. Man, I didn't see that until earlier, and man, I really mad.
I feel silly.
I was pissed.
It's the hardware.
Smite. Keep in mind, guys, Smite is still allowed on the Switch, and it's not being discontinued, and the game is unplayable. But the two games that you can actually play on the Switch both got discontinued.
Yes, and we are
It's crazy.
going to take you through all of the content in the Midnight Masquerade. That includes a new event pass with new skins, some fun LTMs and balance changes, and a long-requested feature to rank. We're gonna start actually with the event pass this time. You all have seen the teaser for the Bora Skin, but we're gonna save that for a bit later. We're gonna start with Corvus.
I don't know, at least from what the leaks, what Master Morel posted, there's a Corvus skin, there's a Bora skin, and there's also a Caspian skin.
Tonight we dance. My blade is sharp. Don't test me. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? Or you? Or everyone in this match? Why is everyone so good looking? Help!
Oh, Corvus.
We've all been waiting for Corvus to sound like that. Oh yeah.
I mean, everyone has to look their best at this event, and Corvus definitely
I don't know.
stepped up to the task.
This is going to be the last update that the Nintendo Switch players get as well. So, like, are the Switch players going to be getting the event pass and all skins in the entire game unlocked for free for the last patch that we'll ever get? Because nobody's going to fucking buy this, if especially the Switch players. I'm not fucking buying this.
So,
fuck you, Iris. I'm not buying this.
His flaming weapon. It's pretty hot, in my opinion.
You want to discontinue the game because you guys are fucking lazy and you refuse to fix shit.
There's a very, like,
I'm not going to give you a dime of my money. I'm glad I quit paying and buying skins over the last, like, year and a half.
It's like a little dark gothic and kind of inspiration.
Smartest decision I've made.
Oh, that looks so good.
Everyone's looking for Sunday best.
The weapon looks really cool, though. Look at how good the weapon is.
Thorns, as they say.
So
weapon looks badass.
The level 1 skin, so this will be the first one you get out of the tin.
Starting strong.
Yeah, no, we're coming out straight with a bang.
I don't know who asked for a Corvus skin, though. Who wanted a Corvus skin, especially in this theme? I don't understand why we got a Corvus skin. Like, the most random choice to give a skin to. This would be a perfect theme for, like, a Shaolin skin. Shaolin hasn't had a skin in, like, 4.5, 5 years since the End Times event. This would have been a perfect theme for Shaolin.
The first one is a bit more, like, royal. I like to think of these second ones as kind of...
Or Makoa. A Makoa skin. Imagine a Makoa skin in this theme. That would have been badass.
Very gothic-y.
I don't think Corvus fits this theme, if I'm being real with you guys. It's a cool... The weapon's cool, but I don't care for the skin.
A little crack in his chest, but he's still
skin lacking.
Absolutely.
We actually all wear this outfit to work every day, typically.
Yes.
If you buy this, like, the only reason you're going to buy it is for the weapon.
Ever since the skin became a thing,
skin looks like... I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's mid.
Purple and everything, like we have to.
It's all about branding.
Law.
But yes, that is the...
You have to wear the large belt buckle.
That is the eternal Waltz Corvus skin in all of its glory.
I think it'll make Corvus players happy on both sides there, too. A little bit of something for everyone right there. If you like Corvus, I suppose.
Now, we know what you've been waiting for. Let us look at Dance Macabre Bora.
Life's a masquerade, and everyone wears a mask.
Oh, that.
Well, there you go, everybody that's been begging and pleading for a Bora skin.
Oh, I hadn't noticed the rose on the shoes.
Typical high res, making it to the way that they can get the most money as possible.
Oh dear. Oh,
Giving
she
it
comes out with
fucking
the strong.
thigh high, giving it thigh highs and all this other shit.
The voice on this
Typical
is
high
the
res.
The French sort of tone to it.
Yeah, you'll notice.
Try not to make
at least
one of these type of skins for at least one patch. Impossible challenge. Can't have a skin without, or have a battle pass without like one of these type of like sexualized skins.
She can get while at this wonderful masquerade.
Gotta sell it somehow. That's the only way they sell nowadays.
Like, she was
The game's so
supposed to
dead.
have this ballerina feel to her all the way through production, and this is really leaning into that so hard.
I mean, it looks good though. I mean, for a Bora skin, it looks good. It's better than the Ruby skin, I'll tell you that. The Ruby skin, compared to this, is garbage.
And here is her in-game.
That weapon.
I mean, this doesn't matter to me anyway, as I play on the Switch, so I won't even be buying this skin. I don't. The textures don't fucking go for me
And there's
anyways.
gonna be a lot of good videos.
I don't even know if I'll be playing the game at the point where I'll even be able to buy this skin, let alone play it and actually be able to see the textures. I don't know if I'll be playing the game even after the Switch gets discontinued.
I really like how
I haven't even got that far yet, so I don't know if I'll be even play the game on PC or what I'm gonna do yet. So
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to point out here. Is this is kind of like one of those new universal themes where we occasionally dip into them and have a particular look going for them. And Masquerade's starting out pretty strong with like some clear inspirations and connection between the skins.
if only they put this much effort into like actually fixing the game instead of making overly sexualized skins for like 90% of the female champions in the game. Same thing with Salty last patch. Like that Salty skin is. You can't tell me like that's the same, not the same thing. Only reason people bought that battle pass is mainly for the Salty skin.
Available for. Oh wait, yeah. Ooh, let me.
For obvious reasons.
Someone. There's a recolor to do.
Very special person.
A very special recolor, in my opinion. As I mentioned, the second one is a bit more horrific. Let's look at Patchwork Assassin Bora.
Oh, I like the recolor. That looks badass. That fits Bora's theme a lot better. That looks badass.
Feel to the recolor set on this one.
That looks really good. I'll give him credit. This one looks great.
Topic vibes, and I can't get past it.
Say the words hot topic.
Fuck the base skin. The recolor on this one's way better. I don't know why they even have a base skin. You should just gave us this as a base skin.
A murder mission really brings the whole theme together.
She's still Bora. Like, the first skin, she's playing it up. She's really being absolutely fantastical. But this is Bora at her truest, I feel.
This Bora
is
in
after
high
midnight.
school owned a backpack that had one of those patches with Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas on it.
Yeah. So, Bora is the later skin in the event pass. So if you want to get your hands on this
Oh,
one,
the later skin in the event pass. Of course it is. Of course it is.
When that update drops and
Ching ching, cashing out those checks. Give us your money.
Alluded to earlier,
The one skin everybody wants, they make it at the highest tier and the highest level, so you have to play the game.
We also have
You can't just buy it and get the skin and don't want to have to play, like a lot of people want to do.
Follow this theme, and they're both for Caspian.
Here's the Caspian skin that was leaked. This is actually leaked in a data mine about like 2 months ago. They finally finished it. It actually looks pretty much the same. It looks really similar to actually what the data mine was, so it didn't change much.
Step back a bit. Your existence clashes with my, well, everything.
Oh.
Oh, Caspian.
I like how they're zooming in on his fucking crotch. Why are we zooming in on Caspian's crotch?
This is pride of the realm Caspian, and oh boy, is he the pride of our realm. I love those weapons. I know it's.
This is the only way they can sell skins in this game anymore. Like, it really is. Like, either you're selling these type of skins, or you're selling, like, over-sexualized, like, female skins for all the female champions. And you're just giving it to, like, the same, like, 3 or 4 champions every other update. Like, that's the only way they can sell skins for this game. It's really sad. Where is Shaolin and where is Makoa? Where is Dredge? Caspian just had a skin. He just had a shitty recolor 1 patch ago. Why is he getting another skin?
That is a different cap.
Plus, he's a new champion. He shouldn't be getting new skins that early.
Caspian already has VFX that kind of fit the Petal Masquerade theme, so he's right at home with his flourishes of swords.
I'll never understand why there are champions in this game that have been in the game for 5 fucking years, and they don't get skins, but the new champion that's been in the game for 3 months gets 3 skins in a row.
Activate the ultimate and look straight up, you will just see a bunch of roses.
And you wonder why this game is dying.
That's the cutest thing.
Aww.
This one's really nice. I really like skins where you can mix and match the weapons.
I know people give Apex Legends shit too, but like at least they try to at least have a variety in their skins. Every other event, they try to at least, like, there's the popular ones that always get skins, but they also try to include the other ones, like every other patch. You don't see them giving, like, the same, like, fucking, like, 10 champions skins and just rotating them every other patch through the entire year, and then reflecting, like, 90% of the other roster.
Long live the king.
Is this in the battle pass, or is this a chest? Because it looks like it's a battle pass skin. I thought it was rumored to be in a chest from the leaks.
Truly, the goths are living with the recolors, the ornate people are living with the base skins. I feel like it's a nice balance of both worlds. But this is probably going to be my favorite Caspian skin when it comes out. It's just gorgeous, and the very piercing red weapon.
I know, you can't tell me that this wouldn't have been like a perfect theme for Shaolin. This should be Shaolin right here, a Shaolin skin in this theme.
Just as good, and it has a sort of this
would have fit that perfectly, like a Masquerade type Shaolin skin instead of this. That would have been badass.
Feeling from the last skin that he's kind of the lord of the party, and this one really feels like the after midnight everyone changes feel, and he's still the lord of the party.
Yep.
Look at him.
I just now realized he had heels.
Yeah.
That's confidence.
Yeah, he's rocking them, and he's gonna be the tallest there too, probably.
That's a man with confidence. He doesn't care what you think about his heels.
There is one more piece of content that we have coming in the Masquerade patch that we want to show off.
There is only one more piece of content.
Available.
Is this next patch just going to be an event pass and a little bit of balance, and that's it?
Will speak for itself. It's Edgar Allan Crow.
A new mount. Who cares?
Truly,
who cares? Who cares?
Downhill when it comes to perfect names.
Who's gonna buy this?
Edgar will ferry you beautifully into battle and write some beautiful poems on the way.
It is legit like a reskin of another mount that's already in the game.
I'm trying to come up with an Evermore thing, and it's all the lamest jokes ever.
Pretty sure there's another one that looks exactly like this, but it's just not a crow. It's like a tiger or something. I think it's actually the tiger one. How lazy is that?
Yeah, I like the detail on the beak. That's just fun. This mount was just made for Corvus. Absolutely, matched the crow theme throughout.
It's so perfect with Corvus. You can have so many crows. Crow on crow on crow.
If it works.
Yeah. Well,
English language.
I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but like even for a Season 6 launch, like the current patch we have in the live game, we got a new champion, event pass, and even like a mid-season like balance patch, and the game is the most boring I think it's ever been. I can't play the game at all. It's so fucking boring. If this next patch in like 2 months or whenever this is releasing has an event pass, and that is pretty much it for new content, this game is gonna fucking die. Because there is not enough content. There's just not enough to sink your teeth into more than like 1 week of a patch. People will play for the first week and then they all leave. And everybody just forgets about the game and they move on to other things and they never come back.
Everything you see here today will still go to the Switch.
Oh, it will still go to the Switch, huh? Well, do we get it for
Paladins.
free, though? Do we get it for
It's a
free? Do the
bittersweet
Switch
moment
players
for
get
us.
everything
We've
for
put a lot of
free?
work into Switch over the years, and
You
especially
better give it to us for
recently,
free.
really wanted to make Payload work, and we did, and it was something we're really proud of doing on the team. So we don't want.
I'll admit
to
they did get
discount that
Payload to
in the
work.
sense
It runs
that
like shit.
we want
Payload
to enjoy
runs
the
like
game
absolute
as much
fucking
as we
shit
can
on the
for as long as we
Switch.
can
But they got it
until
to
the
work.
end.
I'll give them that.
So,
That's where I'll give them
this content
credit.
will be going to you all, and there's some parts of it that we feel will be
So they
really
are
fun,
correct. They
even
did
as
get
a
it to
kind
work
of
on the
final
Switch whenever they
hoorah
said they weren't going to.
Paladins on Switch, and some of those are LTMs. We have 2 new LTMs coming in this update. The first of which is
LTMs. Wow, that's not new content. Who goes out of their way to play the game for an LTM?
Subway, and I will let the footage speak for itself for a moment.
What is this? Fuck is this?
Normal. It's a normal deathmatch, right? There's nothing going on here.
This is just a normal.
You may be thinking, no, this is not a tie-in with the restaurant chain.
No, yes, this is not.
Was this test maps?
We asked several times. What?
No, don't mind that. That's just normal. That's a typical.
Their game is stuttering. Like the game is legit stuttering on. They can't even play it on stream.
Knows that the
It's lagging.
is top tier. There's free passes. There's payloads. There's tons of things that we use in our day-to-day traversal of the realm that you guys might just not get to see all the time.
What is this? Like, what is this LTM? Is this like a test maps that they just never put into the game, or what is this?
Have trains roll through them, and as Khan will show you here, those can be devastating.
Yeah. Khan just held them there and let them get
Subway. So they added an LTM test maps into the game as an LTM that has a train that runs through it. Wow, round of applause. That's what they've been working on for the last 4 fucking months.
But that'll be a fun LTM to expect during this patch.
I don't know who's going to play that and not get bored within 5 minutes. That, it looks like the most boring shit ever. I'm just being real with y'all.
Flame orb that goes up and down. But
who is going to play that shit?
We have like a proper map obstacle on one of our maps that is the defining feature of this Realm Metro station. They
didn't even have time to put in like textures or anything either. Like it's legit like a blank test map. And they haven't done anything, and they haven't put any new update out for like almost 3.5 months now.
That also takes us to the other LTM.
That's what they've been working on for 3.5 months, huh? An LTM that doesn't even have textures.
A little more sinister.
What's this? Some fog LTM?
So, Marauder Sport looks a bit different nowadays. The fog has rolled in, and
this was actually something in the game a long time ago, actually. They were actually going to put Marauder Sport, and they were actually, when it was originally released, they were going to have fog on this map, but they decided to take it out because of visual clutter. And it was causing crashing problems for consoles. So they pretty much took and they made fog work on Marauder Sport, and they put it into an LTM. Is this something that was already in the game that just wasn't being used because it didn't work properly?
As you'll notice, there's more than one map.
This isn't even new. This was going to be released on Marauder Sport when it was put into the game, and they got it to work on the TDM map, I guess. So I guess that's new, but
really fun to explore with this limited visibility. And it does kind of represent the character you're playing.
It wasn't on this map, so they got it to work on more than one map, I guess. So I guess this technically is new, but
the bigger you are, the more you see.
There's a bunch of characters that there's some obvious ones like Caspian fits great on that map, but finding the ones that can jump scare the enemy is probably the one.
I don't know who's still like who would play that. It is legit Marauder Sport and a few TDM maps with fog.
I remember one playtest I played.
Is it really that different?
Which he announces it, but
so you're pretty much just playing a TDM or an Onslaught map to where you can't even see. When the graphics with the game are so bad to begin with, just play normally. You're putting your more visual clutter in your face for no reason.
There will be others that we toggle on occasionally, of course, but those are kind of the new premier ones we would like to give players.
I don't know. I'm going to have to say an L for the new LTMs. I think that's an L. They both look really boring. I don't know who's going to play those more than 5 minutes.
Ranked will be receiving full crossplay.
What the fuck? Ranked
What
crossplay?
this means is all ranked.
Are you
take place
fucking
in
kidding
one
me?
queue with both input methods.
This is a new low,
This
y'all.
is something that the community requested
Oh my
quite a lot.
fucking god.
And
You know,
most
I'm
interesting
happy
input,
that
we
the
definitely
Switch
have
players are
some
getting discontinued after this patch because
systematic
I don't want to
things
play
we
with
wanna work
PC
through to
players.
make sure that it works properly.
I don't want to play with
One of
PC
which
players in
is
ranked
we
games.
intend to keep separate input leaderboards. So though your rank and what
PC players are already AIDS enough playing with crossplay on in pubs. So I don't want to get paired versus them in ranked games.
How good am I versus my actual input that I tend to play with? But this will allow every platform to work together in one ranked queue, and that comes with a lot of benefits, including, you know, decreased matchmaking time. You can play with anyone who plays Paladins. If you know them, you can play with them.
Except Switch players. Except Switch players.
And they like you.
Yeah, that is, it's a big part. Your ranked team should at least like you a little bit, because it's going to be stressful, for sure.
It helps.
You won't have
Can't play with anybody because the Switch players ain't gonna have the game anymore. So you gotta exclude us because you guys are fucking lazy. You guys refuse to fix the game. You just give up on everything.
Yeah, no, here, just upcoming splits, be careful because they will come to get you. But actually, that is a fair point to mention. This will be happening alongside one of the ranked splits. So it'll be a little bit of a fresher environment in ranked to explore where you'll land next time.
I think this is a bad idea. Ranked crossplay is a fucking terrible idea.
That's going to kick us off, though, to a little bit of
They did not think that through at all.
Always, we have some balance coming up.
It screams desperation. I think the real reason why they're doing it is because people just keep complaining about the matchmaking. I think that's why they're doing it, and they just don't want to fix the matchmaking, so now they're going to try to make the matchmaking better with ranked crossplay, and they're going to think that solves all the problems when it'll just make it worse.
Is going to become the default talent since we feel it more accurately represents
fucking dumpster fire.
While originally it was kind of confusing to start playing Androxus as a new player at level 1, and you have this Darkstalker talent kind of splitting your dashes. So we swapped those around. And we've also increased the statistics a bit on Defiant Fist. We've increased the damage scaling, Mad Max. You can now get 20%.
They buffed Defiant Fist. That's good.
Shot, but you'll still
that's actually a good change. I'll give them that. That's positive.
So it's a lot easier to get to that max bonus.
15% is not enough. 20 is decent.
And as well, I know you've all been waiting for it, but Darkstalker is also fixed now. The cooldowns are now properly split. You'll be able to dash to your heart's content across the map.
Oh, I'm so ready for those 3 dashes to zip zap around and to catch people off guard. But also, it's
I don't know, if anybody knows if the patch notes are up as well, let me know. So I'm not sure. Maybe they have the patch notes live, but usually they don't throw those up until like
you get in,
after the stream.
Androxus reigns supreme. But mobility or power, the ultimate decision.
I don't know. If I'm being real with you guys, like I wouldn't even buff Andro. Like he's been such a fucking cancer to the game over the last year. Like I would just keep him how he is. I don't even think he needs to be buffed, but it's good. But I wouldn't even touch him.
But Furia, we have swapped her keywords for Cherish. Cherish would now have Curative, while Solar Blessing would now have Remedy. Since we've heard that Cherish tends to be the more healing-centric talent, so we wanted to kind of give it that niche back by giving it a powerful keyword of Curative. While Solar Blessing now receives bonus damage. Solar Blessing as well, though, has received a bit of a buff. Solar Blessing now, originally, you kind of have to stay in the beam for the duration to gain the...
It lasts for 1.5 seconds.
To heal allies with this ability, unless it was Yaggroth.
So it can stay out of cauterize.
Heal over time lasts.
That's actually pretty good.
Which you'll still be able to sit in the beam for max healing, but if you just dip in and out, you'll receive a pretty significant heal on you still. So Furia has a lot more freedom with this ability. She can now...
That's actually a solid balance change. I can't shit on that. That's actually smart. I'll give him credit for that. That's a smart balance change.
And another fun one, speaking of healing, Cherish has been buffed and shifted a bit. Now, instead of basing it off of your target's missing health, it's based off your target's max health. Though to compensate for that, we've reduced the percentile from 18 to 15.
And they made Cherish, so it's actually better for tanks.
Has very effective.
I don't know if how that's actually gonna. I don't know if that's
She's
good
always
or
been good
bad
at it,
though.
but now with a max health being the difference, she can more effectively heal someone throughout a fight.
I think it's gonna
without
be
having
about pretty much the
range or
same as it used to be because she does get the
Something
20%
we
bonus
heard a
healing
lot
on
from
top of
the
that.
community
So
was Furia is one of those supports.
I think that kind of just
really
is still better than it was.
How you play her. She has a really strong damage talent, and her two healing related talents have always kind of been in this back and forth of like, is there a hybrid one? Is there a main one? And even we, with the keywords, weren't sure what to label these. But these changes, I feel, will really make it so you can play both in both play styles and really be able to explore the best way to play your Furia. And I think that's really exciting for players, especially the Solar Blessing one. That rework is going to make a noticeable shift in how those Furia players can use their talent.
She's got a lot more decisions she can make.
Also, what's up, bro?
Blessing,
So far, so good.
On purpose to the enemy.
I don't know. I could be taking a nap right now, but I'm watching an update show, so
Cherish just makes you a stronger healer, which gives her 3 very good choices. Rather
missing out on a bit of sleep, but hopefully it's worth.
2 similar feeling choices.
Yes.
Very excited to see everyone experiment.
And no, bro, I don't know which. I can't read Russian. I think that's Russian you typed, and I can't read that, so I apologize.
In this little teaser, our next shift and change will be on Amani. Amani has always been a very interesting case of a character. She has very strong abilities, but managing mana and stance swapping can be a little much sometimes. So we've changed a bit. Frostbolt has its damage increase from 420 to 440. We kind of lightly buffed it last time from 410 to 420 and wasn't as healthy of a change as we wanted.
Elemental shift. They reduced the cooldown back to 1 second.
We have now also incorporated affinity into her base kit. Elemental shift's cooldown has been reduced from 6 seconds to 1 second, meaning Amani can now much more actively choose what stands and which situation.
I still think she's going to be pretty bad. Unfortunately, the fire stance is just still way better.
Etc. No. With that being said, we've kind of shifted her cards a bit and some of her other abilities. We've currently done it where her cards that are activating off of her stance swapping are now have an internal cooldown of 5 seconds, specifically Discipline, Draconic Will, and Elemental Barrier. We did this to avoid abuse, of course, right? You know, if you could reduce a cooldown of an ability by 2.5 seconds every second, it got a little chaotic very, very quickly.
I think that's a mistake. So I think they should have just kept it the way it was. Because she's not even that good to begin with. That's a mistake. You shouldn't have put an internal cooldown on those cards.
Some of her other abilities, we have reduced the cooldown on Frostbomb and Inferno Cannon. They now they've gone from 15 seconds to 13 seconds, making it much less awkward to use them. They're very strong abilities, and we want the cooldown to be high still. But 15 was very punishing, and especially having to manage your stances so efficiently back then. Now, if the 1 second change, we want it to be more freeform and when you can use these abilities.
I don't know. Like, the problem with Amani isn't really her, like, her alternate abilities or anything like that. Like, the main problem is her, like, her talents and her ice stance.
Scaling 5 for 2 seconds after you shift, though that has a cooldown of 8 seconds to avoid Amani just having permanent damage reduction.
They gave her a new card. That nobody's going to run that.
When you want to, you know, for instance, use your mana, the mana rift.
Nobody's running that.
Build up that constant pool of mana.
It's a useless card. I can tell you guys right now by playing Amani and having a bunch of time on Amani, that's going to be a useless card.
Amani, but we've had in Eternal playtest, it's been very enjoyable. I think there's been some maniacal laughter.
I've enjoyed Amani a lot in playtest. I'm a real big form swap character appreciator, and Amani is always
I don't know.
A character where I feel really.
I don't think this really does anything for her. Like, she's a little bit better, but like her main problem is her ice stance and her talents. Her talents are still really, really bad, especially Mana Rift. It's garbage. Splitting ice is awful, and then her ice stance is just garbage. The damage is nothing. Mainly her damage on her ice stance is just so bad. And even with the 20 damage buff, it's not enough. It needs to be reverted up to 650. That's the main problems with Amani. They don't know how to balance her correctly. She'll be a little bit better, but like she's still going to be pretty much the same. It's not going to do really much for her.
Then, finally, for our little preview here, we have a nerf to Vatu. So Vatu has always been a very interesting champ to tackle since at high skill levels they perform incredibly well.
Good. I'll take some Vatu nerfs.
And
I hate
as
playing against Fatu. He's a cancer to the game.
And how we can make him a little healthier for the game. And so this is one of our first steps along this process.
When they're good, at least. The garbage ones are just free kills, but like if you at least know how to play him, he's AIDS to play against. He makes the game so unfun.
Still a significant amount of damage reduction, and will still allow Vatu to escape scenarios and engage in very,
now we just need some Lex nerfs. And where's Lex?
It's still a strong ability.
Can we get some Lex nerfs?
And it really allowed Vatu to engage and escape very, very easily and consistently, because there's only so much you can do against 50% DR at any given moment. So while he'll still have a bit of protection with his mobility, we brought it down pretty significantly so that you can still engage with and make decisions against Vatu instead of just being like, oh, there he goes. So it may take a second to get used to, but Vatu will still have a very powerful movement ability.
Is that all the balance? You can't tell me there's only 3 balance changes.
For the balance, so please check the patch on
that is it.
List. We have more changes and more.
Oh, there is more
coming down the pipe. So
and
there is more. Okay.
Fairly soon. There is definitely some more to be had there, especially when it comes to other characters the community talked about in our last feedback forum. Which, once again, thank you all to everyone who filled that out. It was super helpful. But that's all the content.
I don't know why they're taking feedback like that way, because the only people that are going to get their feedback heard are the ones that have a major opinion and a major following, because they all follow like sheep.
For those who are a little bit aware of Paladins,
you ain't never going to get Lex nerfed by that way. Say that right now.
Avatar and find some fun events and things to do around our anniversary. So stay tuned to socials to hear about those. And
is this all we're getting?
We really want to celebrate our fifth anniversary of Paladins being a game.
5th anniversary, y'all. And the game just continues to go downhill. It won't make it to 6 years, I can tell you that. 5 years and maybe 5.5 years is maybe the longest this shit's going. It ain't going past 2024.
Please
remember, Nick spelled backwards is Zin.
The way this shit's going. They're just continuing the game off of platforms now. Like that's a really bad sign. That's it. That is it. Is that really it? I'm gonna see if the patch notes are up. Maybe the patch notes are up. I don't know. Do we got any patch notes? I'm gonna look real quick before I end. I mean, I don't know how we're in 2023 and we have Paladins updates. Like, I know it's not like a season launch update or anything, but like, even for the launch of season 6, like, we didn't even have much more. The only other thing we had extra, apart from what we got today, was a new champion. There really wasn't much more apart from that, and I guess Payload mainly, but that was something we were going to get anyways, and we should have had like 3 years ago. I don't know. I'm trying to look if there's patch notes up yet or not to see if they actually are. I don't know. Let's see if we got patch notes. No, we don't. I can't find any. Can't find any patch notes. Let's see if I can find some. I don't know. I can't find the patch notes. I guess that maybe they're on their website. I'm gonna look. I'll look if they're on the website real quick. I don't know. Maybe they're on their website. I'll look one more time. I looked a little bit ago, but they weren't there. Yeah, it is true. The Paladins getting discontinued for the Switch. Actually, today they made it unavailable to download like any new like crystals or anything, or even like download it from the eShop. So if you have the game downloaded, you're lucky because you can't download it from the eShop anymore. Yeah, there's no patch notes up, so I don't know. I'm gonna make an entire video talking about that as well, because it's actually like a really like major like video for the channel as well, because like this is like one of the main games I play on the channel, and not being able to play the game since I actually am a Switch player here after June is gonna be like a major problem. So I don't know what I'm really gonna do unless I actually continue playing the game on PC, because I'm not gonna buy a new console. I'll have to restart if I buy a PlayStation because there's no cross progression. And the only way I can actually get cross progression is if I go with Xbox, and I don't have that kind of money. So I think the only option, if I really do want to play, is maybe play on PC. But even then, I'd have to relearn everything and learn to be a PC player, because I don't think I can actually hook up a Switch controller to the PC. At least I don't know how. So if it's possible, let me know. But I don't know if it's actually possible. I don't know. I'm going to get out of here, everybody. Those of you guys that stopped by, I didn't really expect many people to stop by, because if I didn't know there was an update show until earlier today, then I'm assuming a lot of other people didn't even know there was an update show at all. So I don't blame anybody for not even showing up or seeing this late. But I'm going to get out of here. I will have a patch notes breakdown video probably later tonight, and along with like a video talking about like the game for the Switch being discontinued and what they said about that and what's going to be happening. So got some stuff on the way. If you're new, subscribe. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. And I should have a patch notes video out later if they have the patch notes up.